Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, it's that time of month again. I'll be going over my dividend payments for the month of December 2020. So it's the final month of the year to receive dividends, and also the first real month I've been receiving dividends regular on traded 2-on-2. So I'll be showing you how much each company has paid me and the total, and also how that certain stock has been doing for me recently. As well as, guys, I'll be showing you my new dividend tracker that I've recently set up, showing you my annual dividend income and how it tracks my dividends, etc. But before we get into the actual content, guys, if you're new, definitely consider subscribing. I want a goal to get to 2,000 subs, all the usual. And definitely hit a like on the video as well. It really does help with the channel and boost the video and this channel out to more people in general. So inevitably we can grow. So we'll head over to the dividends tab now and just take a look at who's paid me what this month. So you can see we're on the dividends tab now, and as you can see at the bottom, so I got paid on the 2nd of December was the first dividend that I received, which was from Starbucks. So they paid me for the amount of one share, 38. So you can see it transitions it from the how much you get paid in dollars and how much you get paid in pounds. So it's 38 cents in dollars, sorry, and 29 pence, sorry, in pounds. So that's the first thing I received from Starbucks. Starbucks, obviously, really great company. Really big fan of Starbucks. Again, a company that I'm actually a consumer of as well. Who doesn't like a coffee, to be fair? So I've been on quite a good run recently, down in the last week, but over the last 3 months, you can see they're up 16%, and then the year up a massive 16.34%. So I've got just 4 shares of Starbucks, so my return is just over 1%. So it's a nice little dividend to start off with there. So the next dividend that I received was on the 9th of December, which was from Johnson & Johnson. Dividend King, I received 64 pence from Johnson & Johnson, 86 cents per share, or 64 pence if you're in the UK. Johnson & Johnson have quite a good value stock, really. They grow quite consistently, not too much volatility with the stock. You can see in the last, just being green recently over the last week and months, really. And in the last year, they're up steady, nothing too major, but 9 points, just under 10%. It's quite a good gain for a company who doesn't really grow lots in terms of other stocks, such as Microsoft and Apples of the world. So just for the 2 shares of Johnson & Johnson, this is one of the companies that I did add a position in before. It was after the ex-dividend date, so I only got paid for the 1 share rather than the 2, but that happens anyway. So I got an £11 return, just that 5.37%, so it's not too bad. Anytime these dip, it'd be a good time to buy. They do have the occasional dips, as you can see, throughout the year. So that's my dividend from Johnson & Johnson. So the next dividend I received was on the 17th of December, which was from one of my monthly paying REITs, which is AG&C Investment. They paid me a total of 45 pence, which is for 6 shares owned. So that works out around 6 pence per share. So this is a monthly paying REIT. AG&C for me have been doing quite well. Overall, I'm up just over 2% for 6 shares that I own, or £1.78 return. Again, it's not the most probably stable company, but they've consistently been growing over the last few months. Obviously, back in the year, they're still trying to recover from the hits from April, March time when they went down to around $10, so now at 15, so some slight recovery from AG&C. So 45 pence from then, I'll expect another dividend in January for them. And to wait a few days for the next dividend, which was from 3M, they paid me a total of 94 pence. Again, another Dividend King who I only got paid for the 1 share, so they paid me 94 pence. So another stock since then I've purchased more shares of, so next time the dividend payment will be quite a lot bigger. 3M, not too much movement with 3M recently. In the last 3 months, they're up 5%, but nothing too much to talk about really in the last week or month. But actually, down in the year. But overall, you can see 3M, they did get up to around the $250 mark, but since then they've been dropping quite a lot. But I still think they're quite a good price to buy. So I'm down just over 3.34% with this investment. But you can see I do have 5 shares now. This is my highest position in the portfolio, and a company I do really like. Good solid dividend yield as well. I think the yield is a nice steady 3.67%. Massive company. And the next dividend I received was on the 22nd of December, which was 26 pence, which was from Main Street Capital, another one of my monthly paying REITs. So just for the 2 shares, an ordinary dividend type, and 26 pence overall. So as you can see, I'm up 4.67% with Main Street Capital, or £2.10, and my average cost is £22.35. It's a good stock, monthly paying dividend, and not really an expensive stock either. So anytime I do fall into the red with this company, I'll have a great chance of averaging down my position. So again, Christmas Eve, a nice dividend received early present from Realty Income, and another one of my monthly paying REITs. That's 3 monthly paying REITs who have paid me this month. So I received 44 pence from Realty Income for the 3 shares that I've owned. So it's worked out at 20 pence per share and a total 20 cents per share. But in the UK, it's obviously less due to the FX fees. So 44 pence in total. Realty Income down a bit in the last few months. It's a stock I'm looking to buy a couple more shares of shortly. So I'm down just over 4% on my investment. So my average cost is $60 or £46 with the FX fee, as I've mentioned, taken off. Again, this is just a company I want to try and get them to. My first goal is to get them to be paying me £1 a month. So that's the minimum you can invest on trading 212. So once I get to £1, I can just reinvest that £1 each month back into Realty Income. I know it's not a lot of money, but it probably does add up overall. So that's Realty Income. And then my final dividend, again, also a dividend on Christmas Eve, which was from another dividend king, which is KO, Coca-Cola, another company who have bought a lot more shares in since they paid me this dividend. So after the ex-dividend day, I think I've got an extra 6 shares, but they only paid me for 2 shares for this one. So I received 51 pence from KO. Like Johnson & Johnson, another quite consistent performer. They're down in the last month, but up in the last 3 months. And overall, in the year, they're down a few percent as well. Another value play. Anytime you can get to average down in the dips, it's always a good chance to bring your average cost down. So my average cost is £39.43, just under the £40 mark, and I'm down just 2.5% with KO. So the dividend total this month, guys, it brings it to £3.53. Obviously, my first month properly getting dividends, and obviously hopefully the next few months will be different. So now I'm just going to take you over to my new dividend tracker, where I used to track all my dividends. So I'll head over and take a look at that now. So here we go, guys. This is the new dividend tracker that I've made on the app Div Tracker, which is on the App Store. Anyone can download it. So basically, it just shows me all my annual dividend income, what I'm averaging monthly, daily, and then my total yield of the portfolio, which is currently 3.61%. And I'm earning 38p a day, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it's not bad to earn every day, really, for not doing pretty much anything. And obviously £11.50 average on a month. It also says how many days to your next dividend payment. So we'll go on coming up for AG&C in 6 days, Main Street Capital in 9 days, obviously so on. You can see the other stocks that we're getting paid. It's a really good app to use. It obviously shows all your top dividend payers. So mine are AbbVie, AT&T and 3M. You can also set your own income goal. So my income goal, well, this is a longer term income goal. It really is to be earning £2,000 a year in dividends, so I'm only 6% of that. I did change that by accident just to try and work something out, but really it's to be earning £1,200, which would mean I would be earning £100 a month in dividend income. It also just says a little bit more, some good information. 22% of my income is from communications companies. Obviously there's the portfolio. So each time I do buy a stock, I have to input it, edit this position, say, so if I bought a new stock in it, what price I bought it at. So it's just little things like that, and then it obviously adds it to your monthly income, so it breaks it down by a month. So anything in grey is what's estimated, anything that's green has been confirmed. So this month isn't a great month for dividends, I don't think. January is always probably one of the worst months, but obviously again it will pick up in February, March, so on. So it's a nice little tool to have. Obviously, there's a few discrepancies on it, which there's a couple of stocks which don't quite add up. BP, different ticker symbols. So I'm sure I don't think they have the certain ones on certain stock exchanges, but it's only a little discrepancy. I can still work out my dividend income even with the slight differences. So that is pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the dividend tracker and also the dividends that I received this month. So I'm going to leave you to it today, guys. Take care. Bye.